Brian the Geek here, and I just finished watching Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 3, and holy sh**, it was amazing. My brain is still reeling, but from like the very beginning of the episode to the very end of the episode was super tense, super suspenseful, really exciting, engaging, intense. It was kind of a lot of almost thriller-esque Obi-Wan and Leia trying to hide and dodge the Imperial troopers. And it's my dog Allie. I'm trying to collect my thoughts here and she's not helping. She is not helping. Let's see, so beginning of the episode, Obi-Wan's reeling from learning that Anakin is still alive. I've seen online some people complain, how could he not have known? Regardless of that, I don't really care because it creates a really interesting, crazy dynamic and I love it. I'm here for it. I'm willing to overlook that maybe it's a little weird that Obi-Wan had no knowledge of Vader for 10 years. That's cool because it created some amazing moments. So they're on the transport ship transport ship, sorry. My brain is so like from this episode. And so they get off their transport ship and they are able to get kind of into, it's this mining planet. It's not exactly desert, but kind of, looks like Southern California, which maybe it is. But, they're wandering around this scrub and they're supposed to meet someone. That person doesn't show up. And then they meet this kind of transport dude. He seems super nice, super friendly, but turns out he got some serious Empire sympathies and it's kind of a sketch dude. They have an encounter with a group of stormtroopers he picks up. It gets pretty tense. The stormtroopers leave. Then we think, okay, we're in the clear. And then they come to another checkpoint. We ain't in the clear. The guy sells out Obi-Wan and Leia. And then there's a shootout. Obi-Wan manages to wipe out those troopers. Another transporter troopers comes. They got to get down on the ground. Looks like the troopers have them. Then a secret rebel soldier who's dressed as an Imperial officer takes them out. They meet this rebel. She helps them get into town. She sets up a transport for them to get onto and everything seems to be going decently. They have another encounter where stormtroopers enter their little base, but the droid is able to get them to leave and they don't find them. Everything seems good. They have, some nice, quieter moments where Obi-Wan's learning about kind of the beginnings of the rebellion. He's, very surprised, like, why are people doing this? Why are they risking their lives? We get a nice little nod to Quinlan Vos, who apparently is still alive and still doing stuff for the rebellion. That was kind of cool. Nice little Clone Wars Easter egg there. Kind of the other half of the episode that has been going on throughout the episode is we've seen Vader. At the beginning of the episode, we saw him get into his suit, really neat sequence. He had a conversation with Reva. It's revealed that, although we kind of figured, Reva wants the position of the Grand Inquisitor. Seems that the show has killed the Grand Inquisitor, which doesn't make sense since he's alive 5 years later in Rebels. I'm still holding out to see if, it's revealed later that he comes back, that he wasn't actually killed, just left for dead. And he's going to show up again. I'm sure they're going to explain that because that would be a massive continuity plot hole. So I'm not incredibly worried about that. But for now, he's out of the picture. And Reva and the fifth brother are having a power struggle. Reva talks to Vader directly. Reva, Vader tells her, you get me Kenobi and you'll be Grand Inquisitor. Obviously, the fifth brother's after that role. And so there's some tension. The other sister, I'm not sure which sister she is, but the alien lady is in there as well. She's saw a little bit more from her. She's doing a great job. The actress, I'm not sure who plays her, but she's doing an amazing job. So yeah, so there's all that going on. They're searching for Kenobi. They launch a bunch of probe droids. During the encounter with the the checkpoint, a probe droid takes a picture of Kenobi's face. The Inquisitors and Vader know where he is, and that brings us back up to speed with where I was before covering the Imperial side. My brain is like, it's wild. And then, they're about to head to the ship. It's evening time, and then suddenly there's like a big disturbance, a ton of Imperial troops. We see the Inquisitors and then Vader. And that sequence sent me like chills, seeing first his shadow, hearing the breathing, seeing him walk down the street. They did not freaking hold back in this episode with like Vader's brutality. He's like choking citizens, snapping necks, dragging people down the street. It's crazy. Like, this is the stuff that I was really hoping that they would do with Vader in this show. Like, holy moly, he is not, holding back. He makes Reva look real tame. He's just wrecking civilians for literally no reason. He's not even like interrogating them. He's just like, I'm just gonna kill you because I want to kill you. And that's the Vader that we're excited to see. Obviously, he can sense Kenobi's presence. Obi-Wan decides to split off from Leia and the rebel soldier. Pardon me, I've forgotten her name. I really do need to do more detailed breakdowns, but this is literally just my thoughts moments after seeing the show. So excuse the all that good stuff. So Obi-Wan splits off to lure Vader away, which he does. Leia and the rebel soldier go down a hallway to get to the ship. Obi-Wan confronts Vader. There's some cat and mouse. Obi-Wan obviously doesn't necessarily want to engage with Vader, but then Vader and Obi-Wan do end up fighting, and Vader's just kind of wailing on him. It's not anywhere close to kind of the action that we saw at the end of Revenge of the Sith. It felt almost kind of like a blend of between the fight we saw in A New Hope and some of what we saw in Revenge of the Sith, kind of bridging those very, very different fighting styles, since obviously Obi-Wan is older and Anakin is in the armor. So that's, very different. There was some great dialogue. Obi-Wan pretty much gets his ass handed to him. And then in what I thought was a really nice kind of brutal moment, Vader sets the ground on fire. He knocks some flammable stuff on the ground, ignites it with his saber, pulls Obi-Wan up with a force lift, and then throws him down into the fire. So Obi-Wan is getting burned. Then the rebel soldier shows up, starts shooting stormtroopers, manages to ignite more stuff, separate Obi-Wan and Vader. And then her droid picks him up, takes Obi-Wan away. He's pretty beaten up, pretty burned, pretty wrecked. And so it looks pretty hopeless for him. He could not stand up to Vader. And then during that time, Reva has figured out where the base is. She's been following the clues, and she gets to where the pilot that was supposed to take Leia off the planet was, and kills him, confronts Leia. Boom, episode done. I cannot wait for next Wednesday, because holy crap, literally from start to finish, this episode to me was brilliant. Like, this is what I wanted from this show. I was really hoping that we would get like this level of intensity and this level of crazy. It really does feel like one long movie with that kind of storytelling and intensity. I'm really positive on it. I'm gonna try and get a few more videos with maybe a little more coherent thoughts out this week. We'll see if I'm able to do it. I've got videos I want to make on episodes 1 and 2, but I'll probably combine that with episode 3. Just everything has really come together, and I'm really excited to see where it's gonna go from here. I'll have to try and do a prediction video, but I don't even know what to predict because I'm not even sure where the show is going at this point. So that's really all I got for you guys on this one, and I'll catch you in the next video.